gotta do something about this though. I don't know if you can bring it up a little bit. As you can see it.
The more I bring it up, the more it increases.
I'm just fucking being picky now. Extremely picky. I like this fan a lot.
Because you were doing dual before, right?
But different company. I was doing a different brand. But I noticed all the drift guys run these. And like a lot of the like high horsepower builds run these. And this fan has a dual setting. So it'll have a low and then a high for the AC.
So what's next?
Bleed the brakes again. We gotta paint these brackets. Now that we know everything works. These brackets we made for the booster. Well, the reason the other one was fucking no good. It wasn't holding any vacuum. We got a new one, brakes work fine, but this is smaller, so we had to remake the brackets for the mounting. So we'll have to paint those and then drive it, dog. I'm gonna test the AC on this one because we haven't charged it yet, but don't mind the headliner because still gotta get the stereo done, and then a few other things as far as upholstery, the box, headliner.
So you've only been taking this one up and down the street?
I literally, first time I went was with you.
Yeah.
And I took it this morning and I just looped around the block. But it was nice. They fixed the brakes. Because after the last time when I went with you, the pedal was still going to the floor. But that's after we changed the booster. We had to bleed it again. So. Sounds good too.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I only took it right around the block one time. So I was like, let me.
How many miles do you want to put on it before delivery?
Oh, the delivery?
Yeah, 500.
500.
500?
500. Yeah, I mean, this one's different than like the rest of our builds, because the rest of them usually like performance builds. So I usually like to at least hit 1,000. Because I usually say between like 250 to 500 miles is when you start having all your little issues pop up. But this is a cruiser, so it's a little different. Pushing this bitch. I know we don't get fucking hated on because it's on air, but this is what it is. Like right now, I'm driving this fucking smooth. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Are you ready for that monkey?
What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh, come on, dog. What the fuck?
It's not going up?
No, it is.
Oh, but something's rubbing.
Yeah.
Is it the trunk? The tailgate?
Nah. God damn, again? Let me get locked.
Yeah, you can smell it.
Yeah. Do me a favor, get in the... Other side. God, why you gotta get in like that? Straight female. Watch the switches. Straight female move, dog.
It was stopping on its own when I was pressing the gas?
Yeah, no. I think the fucking wheel...
Are you spitting all on the lens, bro?
Don't worry about that shit. No, so this is actually the benefit by not having drums in the rear and having disc. Right now I feel like the axle is either walking out or it's the caliper, but at least the caliper bracket's gonna keep it all in right now, so I'm gonna have to limp it back. And what happened with you, dog?
Right when we were talking about test miles and everything. At least we're down the street from the shop too.
I should have just done the loop.
Well, this was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, but just in case.
Yeah.
Our normal shop loop prevails victorious again.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Just wounded.
This is I'm still not gonna jinx it, but still able to drive it back, so that's a plus. But this is a 5-year build, so guaranteed to have some shit. Just to make sure I make myself clear, this build came to us for stereo and airbags. That was all. And now we're at a full frame off.
Oh, it's just smoking bad right now.
So just gotta stop, don't worry. Woo! Shit. Alright, we just gotta make it back, that's all.
Come on. Let's get down the street, homie. Let's get down the street.
Get in. Oh.
With your dad Z, we were coming down the street right here, and then one, the hood opened up, and then two, the e-brake.
But no, well, that was when we did the electronic one. We tried to do the hydro one, and it fucking locked up. By the time I got literally like back down the street, and that was it. It fucking caught on fire. We pulled up to the shop, and flames. This one was crazy because we were still fighting the fuel leak from the fuel cell. So I was like, damn, don't do that shit, you son of a bitch. That's what it is. They made a good point about this earlier too. Pancho kept telling me that now when we're laying it out, this side's catching. So that makes sense.
Yeah, this side definitely normal.
So here we are with an update on Project 55 Bel Air. As you can see, the frame has been brought back from powder coat, and the guys have been on it assembling everything. You got almost a full roller, just waiting for the wheels to get back from polish, but the Ride Tech suspension's on, the Willwood brakes is on. The motor, once we pulled it down to send out the frame to powder coat, the customer wanted to go ahead and have the motor gone through. Even though it is a 6.2 LSA, he went ahead and sent it out to his motor builder, and then they went ahead and did a bunch of forged internals on this. With everything said and done, this motor, or this setup on E85 should be pushing about 700 wheel horsepower is what his motor builder said. Everything you can pretty much throw at it, they have done. And then as you can see, all the components as far as color and contrast, they went ahead and got a new supercharger lid. So everything is pretty much a satin or matte black finish. Fuel rails are a satin black finish. Obviously, you know, you have a little bit of the natural finish on the heads and the block. We went ahead and finished up all the hard lines while the body's off. Got all the fittings and everything done for the brakes. And I don't know if you guys can see this prior, but this is all the frame bracing we did, which is like a one-of-one for this setup. They are definitely gonna drive the car with the suspension they have on it. So we went ahead and did a bunch of 2-bars to brace the chassis, and then had to dial in the exhaust, which was the afterthought, to run it with the braces. Difficult was this crossover we did, but we ended up having to notch the pipe to clear, which came out good as well. Come back over, we got the rear end all on with the coilovers, hard lines done on the rear end, and the fuel cell, which is now in. Just mocked up the module for E85. All that's left right now is to plumb the fuel, and the fun part is, I mean, the client's been very involved in this. The bottom of the car had a decent amount of rust, so the client and his son came down to get all the 50-year-old road grime off of it. So next up is to finish a bunch of patch repairs on the floor. We'll Raptor line the belly of the floor, get the car back on, or the body back on the chassis. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we can at least mate the body back with this. And, you know, I would like to say February this month, we can get it started. And by the end of the month, we kind of go through all the little small details and check-ins. He's got some show he's gonna take it to middle of March. So we're gonna see how that turns out.
Our little fuse hose. Oh, baby. E85, daddy. See a little itty bitty hose. How to make work. Hopefully it doesn't leak.
So what are you doing right now?
Get the fuel hoses. Gotta wrap this. Do the return. The main feed. And they'll both shoot in here. Wrap the hoses. That's why I gotta wrap this so that way it doesn't heat up. And then run it out, and then where that blue tape's out, it should poke out through there, and then go to the just to kind of hide them. Put a little grommets on them.
Pulled out the old shifter, a little Mustang, Mr. Miyagi over here.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell, look at that shit.
You guys start, you know, have an accent. When you,
Nah.
Mid sentence, just change it up.
Nah. Oh, as I should? Nah, you fucking cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.